Evening, folks. 5:53. October 2017. And today we're going to be studying the moon, perhaps gravity. Perhaps gravity, the sun, the moon, the earth, orbital satellites that man's put up there. That's the movement of the earth. We have to think reasonably, people. Because first thing you got the earth that's supposed to be rotating on its axis at 1,024 miles an hour, over 1,500 feet per second. You've all heard that, Rash. You know it, but it is what it is. What they say, according to them. But yet we have no detectable motion, none whatsoever, that can be mechanically measured. We all know that explosions do not create order. We've observed explosions. They create complete and total chaos. Yet they want you to believe that the Big Bang created this spinning ball Earth to be orbiting around the sun while the sun's orbiting around the Milky Way, while the Milky Way's shooting through the universe. Are you shitting me? Come on, people. Snap out of it. They want to tell you that these satellites, these man-made satellites that are sending this signal to you right now, are in perpetual free fall as the earth is in perpetual motion. And they want you to believe that these satellites are just falling down, around, and back up on the other side of the earth, and they're falling so fast at this 17,500 miles an hour that they never fall to the ground because they're right out there on the boundary to where they just don't fall down. Wow. What a childhood Richard C. Clarke fantasy that is, when you really think about it. How is gravity so mind altering, force altering? It has to have a mind of its own. Because whenever the airplanes, anything hovering around the earth, helicopters, satellites, are on the tail side of the earth's supposed orbit around the sun, this mystical, magical, mythical theory of a force of gravity must pull on these vessels so that they're not lost in space forever. Are you with me? But as these vessels move around to be parallel with the earth, but on the outside of the sun, not between the earth and sun, the earth's gravity has to relinquish a little bit of its hold so that it don't pull it to the ground. And as these orbitals, vessels move to the front of the path of the supposed earth around the sun, then this gravity now has to start pushing these vessels so that the earth don't plow them over. And you really buy this shit? Are you kidding me? And then it gets to reverse the whole process again as the vessels and the space around it. Can you not see the madness of that? Think of that reasonably. It just don't work, folks. Earth is over 70% water, and water always maintains its level surface tension. No matter how hard you try. I mean, you can do some blowdowns on it with some forced air, and you can do some propulsion from the bottom and force up a certain spot, but the whole thing will never bend, no matter what you do. You can stir a turbulence in it to where it's a wicked flat water, like we experience on the oceans and seas, but you'll never make it bend, no matter how hard you try. I challenge you all to make it bend. I don't see what it's so hard to get, you know. Everything that moves within this realm, whether it's these trucks out here on the highway that are rolling down the highways, the cars down on the streets, the birds flying in the air, the water running in its bed over there, the fish swimming in the water, ball bearings, everything that moves within this realm, there is a mechanical means that will measure and calibrate that movement. Yet there's not a mechanical means to measure one of the four supposed motions of the Earth, people. The Earth is supposed to be rotating on its axis. It's supposed to be orbiting the sun. The sun is supposed to be orbiting the galaxy Milky Way. And the galaxy Milky Way is supposed to be shooting through the infinite universe. And you cannot detect not one of these motions. And you people still buy the spinning ball bullshit. That's why I call you ball suckers. You're too damn fucking ignorant to use your own mind and see that reality has been projected for you to believe. It's not what you see. And especially after you've been introduced to the reality of the wavy-ish known as flat Earth realm. We have funded NASA trillions of dollars since its inception, people. And they can't do for you what I'm doing with this moon. Damn it, we should have 24/7 surveillance of this moon to where any one of us at any given time have the right, the liberty, the freedom to enter the camera pointed at the moon and observe it for ourselves. There ain't no goddamn reason we can't. With all these satellites up there, and there's that same obligation holds true with the Earth and the sun, and not this CGI bullshit. We want to be able to see our weather patterns and study what's going on and how our environment works. It's all our information and our knowledge, and they know how it is, and they're holding it and withholding it from us. And every goddamn one of you people should be pretty pissed off. It ain't what you've all been led to believe. If you were, there's enough of us already out here who've been fucking crying on this YouTube and out and even in public. about the flat earth now, because it's becoming wide mouth to mouth out there a lot more than it used to. I know I've been promoting it myself for some time, folks. It's high time we start doing good for humanity in the mortal realm. Preserving Mother Earth and observing Sister Moon and Brother Sun. I don't know. I'm just one man out here with an opinion, but I see reality and truth for what it is. I understand that we create all the power, and I've told you all about it. We create the power by the production of every power producing facility out there. We build it. We're the mortals of this, we're the civilians of this mortal realm, and we construct the dams, the wind farms, the nuclear power plants, the coal-fired power plants, you name it, the refineries, the gas power plants, everything is created by the civilians of this realm, and we give all this power that we created to the corporation that was created for us as our benefactor, and as all they're doing is extorting us by telling us it's a spinning ball and funding them to make proxy wars so that we're blowing up young women and children and anybody who doesn't bow down to the realms of the corporate government puppets, the puppets running the show. Everyone, a lot of people ask me who they is, and I just get so tired of saying, hey, if you don't know who they is, you are not even near. I mean, I don't know who they personally are, but I do know there is a they. It's hard. When you get down into the triopoly of it all, and you got the corporation of the United States, which is DC, and you got London, the city of, and you got the Vatican city of, or whatever the fucking, it's deep, folks. It's deeper than shit, and y'all may not like to hear it, but y'all will just look into the Council of Nicaea there if you want to understand a little bit about the Bible and the control mechanism and what it was written for. It's to control man. Why would the great creator of this realm have a book for you to read, to follow, when it's in your heart and in your soul, in your mind and in your heart? You know, he tells you in Ephesians 6:5 or 5:6 or whatever it is, one of them, that to obey your earthly masters as you would obey him. And already right there by the get-go, you're trying to convince yourself that the great creator of this universe, already knowing the realms and the will of mortal man to be rapists and pillagers and power eating, just hungry for control. You think he would really tell you to obey them as you would obey him? You see where this all is going? Not even at the beginning of the book. Yeah, some of the book is there. It's written in code, folks. I don't understand it. I don't claim to, but I read it from cover to cover in a period of my life, and it's one of the most vile and corrupt books. When you read it and think about what it's saying, it is totally violent and incest. I mean, it is A to Z. you name it. But that's not what I'm here for. You have your own opinion and belief in that. I'm just telling you, if you really want to know what the Bible, a little bit about it, just check out the Council of Nicaea and the Bible. But I want to see the moon coming in here. I'm kind of anxious. Because I know it's getting close. I know it's getting close. Sun's going down, and this is just about the time I seen it yesterday. So it's going to be about 35 more minutes, 40 more minutes. And I got my camera rolling this whole time, because I'm telling you folks, sometimes when you point your camera out there, objects appear that are uploaded that were not there when you were, like the orb. I could not see that if I uploaded that video, the orb that was over there in the east to the south over there, I could not see it on the screen, but it did upload that it was on there. I noticed it when I was on there. See, so it's not a perfect camera setup, but that don't mean it ain't fun. And I do enjoy shooting this footage for you guys, especially it's more for me. It makes me more aware and alert of everything, more deep into what's going on. I find myself focusing a lot more deeper and paying a lot closer attention to the details of everything going on around me. Sometimes almost feels like a spirit world. But yeah, I'm intent on bringing this moon in. I hope I got it panned out enough. There's only one other spot that I could have possibly got a better view of this, and it's on this structure crown. I'm telling you, this is some kind of Indian built this thing for the solstices and shit. I can see that right now. In my mind, just from what I'm looking at. So I go right over there and see this. Then again, hundreds of years, them trees weren't there anyway, so it didn't matter. Just sitting here. Due dawn, folks. Sorry I got bored. But I'm trying to watch the moon too. And I don't want to be focused on the camera lens, but I want to make sure that I'm seeing the whole sky, and I don't see the whole sky when I look at that. But you got to point that at where you think the moon is going to be. And have it kind of zoomed in, especially at this daylight approach. Because you can't hardly see it. So I don't give a fuck if you guys like it or not. I already know the Earth's flat. I'm just doing this for the hell of it. Maybe wake up some of you brain dead motherfuckers. I doubt it. What it is what it is. See that getting darker? The sun's going down. I'm watching the shade creep across the land. Pretty soon it's going to be right up on them hills, and you might see it yourself. See the awareness that is drawn upon your reality when you learn to focus in. I can even feel the colors in the camera have cooled. I can see that. I don't know if you can observe the difference in the sky yourself, but I can observe that, yeah, darkness is definitely settling in. Over, not darkness, but this other blue hue. As another look from near up there. And around here. Go way out on the sunset. There you can see it's gone. It's just the light. There's no sun over there. It is right now 6:15. And I'm going back over here to where I think I'm going to be seeing the moon come in. Turn out just a little bit, like that. Notice the blue hue color in the distance. The difference of the blue, where it's light blue and it's got that. That's why we don't see the moon back there right now. So I'm gonna have to talk my guts out again, folks. not a cloud in the sky. Some chemtrails over there though now. You can see them. What are they hiding? What the fuck are they hiding?